Hi there, it's Jen and I'm back with another Out of the Pocket video. Today I'm going to be scrapbooking this photo of my husband and daughter they went to this little daddy-daughter Hoe-Down and they provided us with this photo after. So I am going to scrapbook that. What I'm going to do today with my Project Life cards is create a background or a grid kind of at an angle. So I know I'm going to put my photo kind of centered and toward the bottom, and then I've chosen a bunch of cards to kind of fill in the spaces. I knew for sure I wanted to use this specialty card. This is from a Heidi Swap mini kit. This is from the clear mini kit. It comes with a bunch of clear 4x6 cards and then a couple that have these chipboard frames around them. So I kind of wanted that to be one of the main cards on the layout. It's not the title, but it's kind of like, I feel like it sounds like a cowboy saying, "Hey there, cutie," or something. So that's what I'm going to do with that one. And then I'm just going to use a variety of 4x6 and 3x4 cards to kind of fill up the whole background with pattern. So I'm just going to kind of lay these out. And I'm doing some vertical and I'm going to do some horizontal. And I went ahead and chose mostly blues and greens for this. And I didn't have to do that, but I just wanted to. So this is a mixture of cards from this one's from the Heidi Swap collection. These ones are all from the Maggie Holmes Open Book collection, and I'm going to do it like that. And then I do have, this one is from the Trinkets. These two are both from the Trinkets collection. The Trinkets, it's like a mini Project Life edition. So I'm going to bring that wood grain back up here. So I just chose cards and I'm going to kind of balance them across the page. I'm trying to make it so I don't get that piece of the little label shape that's in there. And then because this is kind of like the odd card out, I don't have any more cards that are this color because the rest of the cards in that package are clear. So I picked this clear card and I'm going to stick it just over the top of this card so I can bring in another pop of that darker blue. So I'm just going to get those adhered down and then I will get to work embellishing and showing you what I'm going to do for my title. Okay, so I've got those adhered down and I have a few spaces over here where I need to add a few more little bits of cards. So I'm just going to use pieces of the cards that I cut off from the top and just make it easy on myself. So for this one down here, I'm going to add this shot of dark green and just put that right there. And then I think I'm going to just add this stripe again, even though it's right over here. I'm going to add it to this side. And just make it easy on myself. And then I can just trim those extra pieces off. All done. So now I'm going to go ahead and get my title down. And I think I'm going to stick my title on this block. It's nice and solid, and it just feels like the right spot. And then this can kind of be my subtitle. So I am going to use these stickers from American Crafts. They're called Imprint, and they're a black sticker. It's a chipboard sticker with gold foil in the center. And my title's going to be Daddy-Daughter Hoe-Down. Because that's what this was. So I'm going to go ahead and get my title on wax paper so I can make sure that I place it where I want it to go. So now I want to decide if I want my title to be at the bottom of the card, the center, or the top. If I put it in one of those spaces, I was thinking about doing my journaling on these lines down here, although I could just put the date here and then do my journaling right below the title. So that's kind of what I need to decide. I'm kind of leaning toward centralizing this and then putting the journaling down here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get that stuck down and then and write down my journaling, and then I'll come back for embellishments. Okay, so I've gone ahead and put down my title and written my journaling. I just stamped a little date here, and now I pulled out a few things to get embellishing with, and I pulled out some words from Studio Calico. They're a little bit older. They're these acetate words, and I felt like I needed something to fill in this space, and I wanted to bring a little bit of the black down to the bottom, and so I am going to put this word always right here, and it's okay if it hangs off a little. I'm just going to cut it off, and I'm just going to attach that with my tiny attacher. I like these because they're just black and striped and really cute. Just going to put a couple staples in. Maybe I'll just do them in the same spot, and that will hold that well enough. And then I think I want to put one more, have this word love. Because there's this label shape right here, I just kind of want to fill that label in a little bit. So I'm going to put the word love at the top. So again, I'm just going to staple it. And when I staple it, I try to get the staple to go around the letter, if that makes sense. I'm just going to staple it twice in one spot again. And then this is a shape that I cut from a Project Life card, and this is from a Maggie Holmes. And I thought that this would look nice here, just as an embellishment. And I think that the deer works well with the whole kind of farmy hoe-down thing. I don't know why, but to me it does, and so I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to put that just to give a little bit of dimension on some foam squares. And these are just thin. They don't give a ton of dimension, but just enough. I'm just centering that. Okay, so since I have a little bit of gold in the center of these letters, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to incorporate some of these puffy stickers. They're from the Maggie Holmes Confetti Collection. And they're a little bit of a softer gold, but I'm just going to put, I think, a few of the stars. So I'm just thinking of spaces that need a little extra embellishment. So I'll put one down here. I may need to add another staple on this so it doesn't move. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put one up here by the title maybe. And then I think I'll put one over here by the word love. Okay, so now I've got 3, and maybe I will put, I don't think I want to use the words. I think what I'll do is create a little banner on this card. Okay. There we go. Now I feel like I need just a little something on this card, or maybe not. There can be a few that are kind of simple and plain. I was going to see if I could get these last few enamel dots on here used up. They're kind of large, which makes them, for me, harder to use. Well, maybe I'll use the darker teal down here so that I can get a good balance of color. So I'll put this one there. And then I can put I'll put both. There we go. Okay. second guessing that one there. I think I'll just put the 2 clusters of embellishment, and then maybe what I can do is put one more just over here by this deer. There we go. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is just sprinkle a little bit of gold color shine because I can't live without it. And I'm just going to do it really lightly in the areas that have embellishment clusters. And just kind of, I'm going to go down onto a few of the other cards just to kind of tie it all together. Now this one, I don't know if the mist will dry on the card, so we'll see. I'll put a little bit on the deer in case it doesn't. And that is going to complete this layout. Thanks for joining me for this out of the pocket video, and I'll hope you'll join me again next week for another episode.